to my channel. I am Kijana. And if you are new to my channel, hello. If you are coming back to my channel, welcome back to my channel. I missed you guys. I missed you guys. I missed you guys. I've been so busy, but I got my permit and I got my car, so your girl is driving, and I want to do a car tour, but I'm thinking about that still. Anyways, you guys already seen the thumbnail. You know that today is going to be a how to get your permit. Let's get right into this video. Okay, so the first tip I have is to be patient. They're going to have you have a mask. You probably gonna have to wait in a 3-hour long line wait. Like, it's a lot of stuff that goes into actually being able to get an appointment for your license. Now, I went to 2 DMVs in the same day, and when I went to the first one, baby, that line was 3 hours long, and then they sent everyone home because it was over capacity. So then we went to another one, and then we happened to get in to take the test, but I was so nervous. Like, I'm not taking it because I'm like, I need to read the book again. If you're under the age of 17 and a half, you have to take a driver's course or driver's ed class with a professional driver. But if you're 17 and a half and up, you don't have to take the driver's course. The alcohol level on the test is going to ask you 0.1. For minors, it's 0.1. For manual truck drivers, it's 0.04. And for 21 and over, it's 0.08. But when they ask you, don't put 0.01 because the answer is 0.08. So remember that. That's the answer to that one. Like, a lot of people say, oh, it's common sense. It's common sense. Like, it literally is common sense. Y'all, if you're in the right lane and they ask if you make a right turn, what are you gonna, you know, are you gonna go to the far right lane to make your right turn, or are you going to go to the middle lane to make your right turn? It will obviously be the right lane. Make sure that you do read the book because it will help you, and try and memorize. Don't study in a place or an area that is quiet, because when you take the test, it's kind of going to be loud. It's the DMV. People are going to be talking. People are going to be doing like all kinds of stuff. Pretty much when you take the test, you go in, you take a picture, you pay your fee, and then they send you to the back. They'll ask you if you want to take it electronically or paper. You say electronic or paper, and I took mine on the computer. So when I got on the computer, she just, you know, instructed me. You tap this, you tap this. You obviously know you can't have your phones out. There's no cheating. They pretty much pay attention. It's pretty straightforward. If the answers are correct, you'll move on. It won't show anything, and then when you get it wrong, it'll have an X and it'll have the right one. For me, the questions were 46. And you were able to miss 8, and I think I missed like 4 or 5. And my brother's was 30 something, I think. I'm not sure, I don't remember, but he was only able to miss 6 questions. So depending on how many questions you get, or I think it's like your age or whatever, it's like how many questions you're able to get wrong. So pay attention to that. And when y'all get answers wrong, don't get nervous. Just like woosah and like talk to yourself. Like, you're allowed to, like, okay, read the answer, check your answer, and go back over your answers, because I promise you it will help. Like, I second guessed myself on the ones that I did get wrong, and that's why I got them wrong, because like once the answer came, it's like, girl, you knew that. Some of the answers mean the same thing, but they have more academic letters, more academic words, and they will choose that one over the one that is less academic, but it could still be correct because it's a mind game that they play. Go for the common sense and the academic one and the one that you read in the book. And also, if you guys are actually super nervous like I was, I read the book, I took practice tests, I took quizzes on the DMV. There's a lot of quizzes that go around, so just do multiple of them so you can get a feel, because some of the questions that were on the DMV test weren't in the book, and they weren't on like yeah, they weren't in the book, but since I watched the videos and I seen the answers and all that, it helped me a lot. There's so many videos on YouTube. Like, look at the comments and see if people say like, oh, I like that one, that helped me, this test did help me pass, I only missed da 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 da. Look at all those, because they do help. Like, when I got in there, I was so nervous, and then the ladies were like, oh, you look smart, you'll pass. Like, honey, I've been studying for 4 days and I'm nervous and you're not making it any better. Like, when you get done and you pass, because y'all gonna pass, you better pass, y'all. You better pass. You are going to feel so relieved, like, whew, I can drive now. I can drive now. Baby, you can't drive without that adult in the car, but you can drive and it's legal, you know. Someone else quiz you. I sat on the couch and then like I overread and like did everything, and I'm like, Mom, quiz me. What's the speed limit if a bus is out and the red lights are out? Can you go around the bus? No. If there's a street, you're not allowed to go off of the pavement at all. If you think they're gonna put it on there or you think it's important, study it, because it will be on the test. Process is just scary. Like, what I can tell you guys is, when you're taking the test and you get nervous, just breathe and take your time. I think you have 7 minutes to answer each question, and it's not really a time test, but obviously if you take too long on one question, they might move along. I did skip 2 questions, but at the end you have to go back to them. So if you aren't too sure, if you feel like, okay, it could be this one, but I'm not too sure and I don't want to press it and get it wrong, skip it and go back. I think you could skip 3 questions, go back, and maybe it'll come to you towards the end of the test. What I did was I tried to limit how many I got wrong in the beginning of the test. Towards the end is when I got them wrong. So like 1 through like 30 something, I was doing a-okay. There's like 40 something questions. That's when I started getting a little bit of them wrong, and then when I skipped, I'm like, okay, I got 3 questions wrong, and I thought I could only get 6 wrong, but when the lady came in, I got more nervous because I'm like, oh my god, I think I just hit this number, because I just was frantic. And then I'm like, how many can get wrong? And she's like, oh, you have 46 questions, so you can get 8 wrong. And I was like, 8? Baby, I passed. And it was like, congratulations, woo! And I was like, I could drive my car now. I could drive my car now. That's really what I was thinking. And then like, the ladies were so sweet. They're like, did you pass? Did you pass? And I'm like, yeah, girl, you know what I'm talking. They like, we knew you was gonna pass. I'm like, period, period. They did the little thingy, stapled it together, and was like, you can go. And I was like, and then my mom was sitting in the car. She was taking nervous because I was nervous, and I was making everybody in the house nervous, because everyone, all my siblings who took the test before me, passed it on the first try. So if I would have took it on the first try and I would have got it wrong, oh baby, I wouldn't have heard the end of it. Just like with my mask on, like I couldn't even see my face, and like I was trying to act all sad like I didn't pass, and I got in the car and my mom was like, well, and I was like, I passed. And she was like, thank you, because you was stressing me out. I was stressed out because you was stressed out. And I'm like, girl, can I do anything that makes you feel good? Like, if you're a good test taker, you'll be fine. I have test anxiety. Like, I think the world is gonna end if I fail. Like, I'd be like, so if you have test anxiety, you got this. I am you, you are me. We will pass together. Y'all study, make sure you get everything done, ask questions. This is what my handbook looks like. Obviously I'm in California, and let's see what the main things that I went over: the warning signs, you know, those, you guys, slippery when wet, merging traffic, divided highway. Like, those are things you want to go over. You know, the red sign with the line through it, everybody knows that means no. The triangles are hazards. So say if you're on a hill and a car is going up, they're going to ask you which car has the right of way. The car going downhill has the right of way, not going up. They're going to ask you, if you're parking and you're on a hill, which way do you turn your wheels? You do not want to leave your wheels straight. You want to turn them towards the curb so that if your car moves, your car is going this way. It won't go outwards for another car, oncoming traffic, to hit it. Y'all know a roundabout, the car is going like this. Counterclockwise. Clockwise goes this way. You never drive to the left in a roundabout. You always drive to the right. Remember that. You got to remember your signals, you know, just for your signals. If you know that going down is to the left and going up is to the right, sometimes people can put their hand out the window and they'll go like this. That's going up, that's going to the right, and this is going to the left. They're going to ask you about diesels, and don't say they're able to use the left and the right lane. Say that they are able to take up 2 lanes, because that's going to be the answer, because I put they're able to do right and left, and the answer is if they're turning from the right lane, they'll sometimes take up 2 lanes, not they're able to use 2 different lanes. Legal turns are prohibited in business, rural areas, unless it's like, you know, a sign that says you can do it. You can't do turns on a railroad track, like that's a legal turn. If it says no U-turns, like so. Any pedestrian, y'all, any pedestrian, it doesn't matter if they're in the wrong, they have the right of way. It doesn't matter if they're jaywalking, if your light is green and they're going across the street, you have to give them a right of way. Pedestrians always have the right of way. Yellow is for 2-way traffic, white is for 1-way traffic. I told you guys already, cars going downhill have the right of way. Blood alcohol level would be 0.08%. Told you guys that. No texting and driving at all. That's what they're gonna tell you. I know some of y'all are gonna sneak, but I prefer you guys don't, because I want all my little supporter babes alive. Like, I don't want to see no stories about you guys, because no, it's just gonna make me sad. Remember your signs, y'all. They're probably not gonna do signs as much, but there's different tests. I didn't get that many signs. I got more of the common sense stuff, so pay attention to that. And for the freeway, left is the fast lane, middle is medium, obviously, and to the right is the slow lane. You want to know that bold lines mean you cannot cross it, and a broken line means you're allowed to cross it. Okay. Any alcohol or firearms is allowed to be in the vehicle if it is closed. Well, guns are not, they're not supposed to be in the car with you unless they're registered. But alcohol for sure. Don't quote me on the gun part, because I don't, you know. But alcohol for sure, you're able to carry in the car with an adult if they are 21 and over with the license, and the alcohol is sealed, meaning it has not been opened, no one drunk out of it, and it hasn't been closed. If the alcohol is open, it must be in the trunk. Not to have it inside of the vehicle with you, because you can get in trouble, you can get a fine. Obviously, y'all know seat belts is important. In a car accident, you cannot leave the scene, or it will be seen as a hit and run. You're supposed to wait until the police or the sheriffs get there and check on the person. If the person is badly injured, you can check on them, but you're not allowed to touch them. You have to report it no matter what. And if a car is parked and you hit the car, you still have to leave your information on the window, especially if the person isn't there, and you have to report it to the department. I'll just stop in the intersection. You also cannot switch lanes in the intersection. You have to wait till you're over the line. If the police comes or the ambulance is coming and they have to get across, you know, you have the right of way. They have to go to the right of the road and stop on either side. Not either side, but like if you're on this side of the road, from side, you have to go to the right and stop. What else? You know, blind spots, you gotta pay attention to your blind spots. Once you guys get your permit, you are not allowed to drive without the paper, even if the adult is in the car with you. And the person must have a license. Just because they're 21 and older, or just because they're 25 and older, doesn't mean they can drive with you. They have to have a license, because they need to be able to control the car. And you just gotta pay attention to what you're doing. Try not to be distracted. I know on my phone it has a little thing that when I start driving, it turns off my notifications, and I just put it in my little, you know, little thingy in my car and turn it off. I don't turn it off, but you know, aux cord, I usually just have somebody else hook up to the aux cord. But it's pretty much common sense, y'all. There's not really anything to worry about. Y'all got it. You will pass as long as you pay attention to what you're doing and use common sense when you're taking the test. If you get them wrong, which you might, some people might do 100% and do well. If you get them wrong, don't get discouraged on your first one, because you can get 5 wrong and not get any more wrong after that. You can get 6 wrong and not get another one wrong and still pass, you know? So just have confidence in yourself. You guys got it. I believe in you. I hope these little tips helped you guys for your test, because everything is opening back up in my state pretty soon. Drive behind the wheel test will be coming up. You guys will do great. Let me know if you guys pass. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to become a part of my family, because I would love to have you. And I'm so excited. We are growing. We are almost at 200 subs. So let's keep it going. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video, which will probably be a car tour, y'all, because your girl bought her own car. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.